Good morning, Mike Ramos here. Today is Tuesday, April 21st. I wanted to bring this presentation to primarily home buyers today. In the last couple of weeks, I've talked to and answered questions from home buyers, and there's still a lot of misunderstanding out there in the market. So I jotted down some notes, and I want to go over some specific items, five different items that seem to be in most of the buyers had questions on. First item would be the fact that there is currently less competition from other home buyers in the market. A lot of buyers are just, there's too many questions out there that they have. They're uncomfortable going. They may even be furloughed or drawing unemployment. So home buying right now is not the answer. So if you have gainful employment and you still have a good job, then this is a good time to get into the market. It's now a more balanced market, whereas spring of each year used to be a seller's market. More homes would come on the market. There'd be a lot of buyers. We get a lot of competition. There'd be multiple offers, above list price offers. And right now, that's just not the case. It's more balanced. And again, fewer buyers. Next, what you can expect with regarding home tours. Open houses and tours of homes with an agent are, a thing of the past. They're gone. So right now we do a lot of virtual tours. A lot of the good agents are putting out online virtual tours that take a buyer through the house. And once they've narrowed it down to a short list, then their agent can take them out and look at specific homes with the seller's permission. So that's what changes have taken place there. How about inspections and appraisals? There's changes there with regards to inspections, whereas in the past, the agent and the buyer typically would meet the inspector out there. The inspector would do their thing. It would take maybe 45 minutes, hour and a half to do an inspection. Well, now what inspectors are doing is they themselves will go without the buyer or the agent being present. And if it's seller occupied or vacant, that's an easy process. They then do their inspection. They'll then do an online presentation to the buyer and the agent of the results of their findings, usually through something like FaceTime or some other similar application. And that's the way the inspection gets done. So that's how it's changed. Appraisals, some lenders are allowing drive-by appraisals where the appraiser will go back in the office and look up the records, look comparable sales, do a drive-by of the property, and submit an appraisal to the lender that way. And again, not all lenders, but some lenders are accepting that type of drive-by appraisal. Next, what has changed with regards to home loans? Number one, lenders are now requiring higher credit scores. So whereas you may have been able to get by with a lower credit score, now that's becoming more challenging. So they're requiring higher scores. They're also requiring more money in reserves. Typically, they require 2 to 3 months of reserves in case there was a hiccup in your income. At least you had a couple of months saved up there that you could make your home loan payment. Well, that has been increased by some lenders up to 6 months of reserves. So that's something you want to check with your lender. Higher down payment. Lenders are asking for more money down from the buyer. Lastly, employment being verified multiple times through the process. So whereas normally in the past, a lender would verify employment, one time, and then maybe a second verification of employment prior to closing. Well, now there's verification of employment throughout the loan review process, and even up until the day before closing does the lender verify employment. So that's important to note. And finally, The new and improved closing process. Uh, the typical way a buyer would close on a home is that they'd go into a title company with their agent. They'd sign all the papers. They'd bring any checks or certified checks. Well, that process is all gone. Signing of documents is mostly all done now online. It's rare that you'll have a one-on-one meeting with your title uh, officer, and rarely even a meeting with the agent and the buyer. So everything is done online. So that's the way it's been changed. All these processes add up to an extended closing period, whereas escrow closings used to take 30 days, maybe 45 days. Now the norm is anywhere from 45 to 60 days. So bear that in mind as you go out and shop for your home, a new home. And in closing, let me just say that, I want to be your real estate uh, resource center. So when this COVID-19 thing ends, if you're deciding to do something, I'd like to be the one that you contact. As always, my contact information is at the bottom of this email. Thanks and have a great day.